This is going to be very quick. I wanted to do a really brief, and by brief I mean just like a few paragraphs, reading from my new book, Joyride. The reason I'm doing it from the front seat of my car is because it's apropos to the book, because it's about a woman Uber driver who becomes a life coach from the front seat of her car. So I'm going to be reading 2 paragraphs from the prologue, which is from the point of view of her very crusty father, and 2 paragraphs from chapter 1, which is from the point of view of my main character. I just want to tell you one quick thing though, because I just got off the phone with a friend who called to say that she read the book and that it had the quirky warmth of a Fredrik Backman novel. Maybe the best compliment I ever got, not just because it's exactly what I was going for with this book, but because I'm a huge Fredrik Backman fan. So that said, I hope you enjoy these just little couple of snippets to just give you an idea of the voice of this book. So here we go. This is from the prologue. Sid Marcus knew he was in trouble the moment he entered the restaurant and Platt told him he looked good. In fact, Sid looked like hell. The humiliation of getting booted from the entertainment industry and losing everything had taken a toll on his face, turning him into an old man almost overnight. That morning, when he decided not to shave, he'd reasoned the scruffy growth had the worst of it and figured he could pull off the look of an aging hipster, or maybe a beguilingly scraggy Paul Newman. But one accidental glance at his reflection in a storefront window on his way to lunch let him know he'd been wrong on all counts. Instead of looking borderline eccentric, he looked borderline homeless, which was uncomfortably close to the truth. Of course, Platt wasn't supposed to know that. He was supposed to think Sid was a sure bet, a godlike comedy writer who could deliver the next baby Jesus only funnier. But Gerald Platt acted like he was talking to the incontinent grandpa you had to be kind to because you wanted to soften him up for the hard truth that he was never going home again. Why, I don't smell anything at all, Grandpa, and look how nicely you hold your spoon. F that. Sid needed to go home again, or at very least to the kind of success he'd once had. This was his shot at redemption. Okay, so that's the little snippet from the prologue, and now I'm going to read to you a little snippet from chapter 1. If you'd met Joybird Martin even once, you'd have no trouble guessing which of the vehicles idling in front of the Merrill Lynch building was hers. It was the pale blue Honda Accord, earnest and dependable, standing out like a plastic bead in a string of colossal black pearls. The car in front of her pulled out, and Joybird edged forward, unintimidated by the gleaming Navigators, Range Rovers, Escalades, and other behemoths jockeying for position on the lower Manhattan roadway. She didn't think of herself as aggressive, just determined to be in a convenient spot for her Uber customer, because she knew these Wall Street types were easily agitated. And Joybird Martin did not want to be the source of anyone's angst. She wanted, from the soft center of her tender heart, to be the one who delivered bliss. And that's all I'm going to read for today. I hope you like what you heard. Bye-bye.